Welcome back to Tactical Bassin. Matt Allen here. What I wanted to talk to you about today is swimbait retrieves. Specifically wintertime fishing, how to actually work these big baits. So what I have here is an 8-inch Huddleston. There are some other baits I use as well, but I've talked to you before, in the wintertime it's important to use this style of tail, to stay away from the boot style tail, to use something that can swim at a slower speed. So what I wanted to show you, I've been getting a lot of questions, is what kind of retrieves do you need to use? You know, most of the year you don't have to fish a swim bait that slow. I mean, this is pretty much my standard retrieve throughout the year, and all in all it's pretty quick. Now, are you going to go out and catch a giant fish doing that? Maybe, but you're probably not targeting the biggest fish in the lake because they don't want to run the bait down. But come winter time, it's even more important that you slow down. So this time of year, it's December 1st today, what I'm going to do is slow that retrieve speed down. I'm going to let my bait get down near the bottom and I'm just going to start creeping it. Just making sure that it stays in contact with the bottom. So really why I'm doing this is I want you to be able to visualize how you're fishing these baits. You really want to slow down and take your time and just work along the bottom, because in cold water, these big fish, they really don't want to have to work hard to catch up to that bait. The slower you go, the more likely that they are to eat the bait. Now come January, February, when that water's really cold, we're going to slow it down even more. I'm going to let that bait get down to the bottom. And this is no exaggeration. This is how you're going to fish that bait in January, February, before that water starts to warm back up. When I say fish a swim bait slow, you can't go too slow. Now there are also guys I know, they fish them like a jig. They just move them along, let them sit there. Move them along and let them sit there. But me, I prefer that just creeping along the bottom. And you know, if you're fishing in murky water, you might be thinking, well, how's that fish going to find it if it's not moving? But think about it. You're throwing a jig or a worm, whatever it is that you're throwing, whatever you have confidence in, you're fishing slow on the bottom. That bait's hardly moving water at all. You take an 8-inch or a 9-inch or a 10-inch bait, you put it out there, you get it on the bottom, whether it's moving fast or slow, it displaces a lot of water. And those big fish will have no problem finding it, even in very, very dark, murky, muddy conditions. So I hope this helps. Good luck on your next trip. I hope you catch a giant.